Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is round 3 of the Alamance County Pro-Am, powered by Gateway Disc Sports, presented by Yeet Street Discs. Round 3 was played at Cedar Rock Park on a fusion layout. I believe it was 8 holes on Wellspring, 10 holes on Cedar Rock, beginning on Cedar Rock, moving into Wellspring, and then finishing back on Cedar Rock. Round 3 was probably, I believe it was my best round of the week. I'm sorry, of the tournament. Let me take a look here real quick. Actually, no, rounds 1 and round 3 were both good rounds. Round 2 was really my worst round, and that round 2 really hurt me. If I hadn't had round 2, if I'd done better in round 2, I'd have done much better in the tournament. Looking at my actual round scores here, I was 1 over round 1, 7 over round 2, and you'll see what I finished here in round 3 in just a moment. But just know rounds 1 and 3 were my best rounds. So let's get started here with hole number 1. All right, round 1 is a par 4, 519 feet. Fusion hole. We're throwing to a temporary basket, much different than the regular hole. Just threw up here to the long pad on hole 2. I'm throwing my PD here, and actually this round I'm throwing an entirely new bag of Discmania discs. I was so fed up with the round yesterday. I just said, I'm throwing all brand new discs tomorrow. I don't care. So I put my MVP stuff up. It has nothing, and no shade on MVP. Their discs were great. I just played bad. But it's going to take a easy par here. It was a pretty easy par 4. Wasn't that difficult of a hole. Hole 2, 565 foot par 4. I'm going to throw my Enigma off the tee here, and I was really liking this Enigma. I threw it a few times today. On a forehand, it held torque pretty well. Really enjoyed it, and you'll actually see a little bit later I had a bad throw with it that turned out to be the best throw of the day. Throwing my FD. This is the Q-Line FD, and I cannot figure out really how to throw it yet. That wasn't a bad throw, but that throw could have been a lot better. That Q-Line stuff feels great. I just haven't figured it out yet. Cosmic Fury here on my third throw. Hit that tree, kicked right to the basket. Another easy par. Hole 3 is the normal Cedar Rock hole 8. It's playing as a par 5, 768 feet. Normally it's a par 4 from back here, but for the tournament they made it a par 5, which I liked. DD off the tee there. I'm thinking to throw a DD again. So 2 DDs set me up pretty nicely to throw my Instinct into the basket. And you'll see some confusion here for a second. I threw that a little too much hyzer. It landed short, and people on the card I can't see it because of that tree, but people on the card were saying it's still rolling, it's still rolling. You can actually see it right there. You can barely see it still moving. It rolled right to the basket. That wind, it got up on edge, and the wind just kept pushing it to the basket. So this is for birdie. So my first birdie of the round. Hole 4, we moved into Wellspring. This is Wellspring number 16. Throwing a P1 here. My first time throwing this disc, and it feels good in the hand. I didn't get a good throw with it, unfortunately. But I'm gonna take my Cosmic Fury. I love Cosmic Furies, by the way. They're one of my favorite throwing putters. I throw them for a while, and then I start throwing other stuff, but I always come back to it. I love the Cosmic Fury. This is the safe par. And all the Cosmic Fury is, it is a Vapor Lux Plastic Logic from the Evolution line. DD here off of hole 17. Technically hole 5, 705 foot par 5. It got up on edge a little bit when it flared, and the wind just threw it way left. Throwing the Enigma here. Good pull out of the hand. Really liked it. Nice little bounce. Luckily it was low enough where the wind didn't push it into the woods. Throwing a nice stable disc, just getting it down to the basket. And here I am putting for birdie. Just did miss it. And gonna be easy tap in for par. Hole 6, this is gonna be my first blow up of the round. You're gonna see what happens. Came out of the blue here, throwing the FD, Q-line FD again. This is the Ella Hansen. Good pull out of the hand. It's just a little inside, caught that tree and just kind of sat in the middle. Right here, Cosmic Fury, and I just grip lock the mess out of this. And I hit that tree and it kicks back into the creek. And I'm just, in my head, I'm going, what just happened? I mean, I just grip locked the mess out of that. Got to try to save myself here. Cosmic Fury again. And it's a good shot. And this is a saved bogey. Just outside circle's edge. Perfect putt. Just probably about a foot low. Double bogey. Unfortunately. Double bogeys hurt. And now I'm in my head. Hole number 7, Enigma. 213 foot par 3. Throwing a forehand here. It's a very big dog leg right to left. Put this up into a good position where I can just kind of just trying to lay it up here with the P1, and it's just going to hit on edge, and it just rolls and rolls way too far. So this is at this point I'm fed up. I'm just scoobering now. I didn't have to scoober, but I did, and I'm taking a bogey. So 2 holes, 3 strokes. Hole 8, 205 foot par 3. Throwing a drop here on a forehand. A little bit of a pull on it. Went a little bit too far left, but just gonna take that Cosmic Fury and just put it up right behind the basket. Easy par here. Hole 9, Wellspring 13, 135 foot par 3. Taking the drop on a thumber line, and unfortunately I missed the putt here. I didn't realize I was, or missed filming it, because I do make the putt. I did birdie that. I just forgot to film it. Hole 10, 219 foot par 3. Throwing the drop again off a forehand. Going up the middle gap. Little flex forehand with it. Good shot. I was only trying to get it about halfway down the hole, just playing for par. Just going to toss this up under the basket, take an easy par. Hole 11 is going to be a 242 foot par 3. Throwing the PD on a forehand. Trying to go down the left gap. That was me making sure my camera was on. Didn't want to miss another shot. I like the PD quite a bit. Threw it a little inside, caught an early tree, missed my upshot, but this was my upshot. Just easy tap in for par here. Hole 12, 583 foot par 4, and this is where I mess up with the Enigma and I just yank it left. Turned it over like crazy, and in my head I'm going, what did I just do? I just ruined this hole. And then I got up here and saw where I was. That was a perfect shot. This is how you play this hole. Do not go around the right side. You just throw down here and you have a wide open straight shot to the basket. 130 feet, I think, 140 feet is what I arranged it. Easy birdie. Easy birdie. That's how you break that hole. Ripped it down the left side. Little upshot. Easy tap in. Hole number 13, 608 foot par 5. Throw my DD, and this hole made me so angry. That was a perfect shot. Perfect shot. I landed on the ground. It stood up and it rolled all the way down the hill. It just flipped up and rolled all the way down here. I was up by the basket and it rolled back here. Then I throw that DD3 and I'm just angry. And I throw it into the tree. And here I am behind the disc. I'm lined up where in line with the basket. That's where my feet are, where the actual basket is we're throwing for. So that was not the foot fault. I was lined up with the basket. Throwing the PD here, almost had a perfect shot with that PD. I needed to be about probably 10 more feet to the left, and I'd have had it perfectly. And that's just me trying to get out of these trees. Another layup here. That was a good shot from where I was. But I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Double bogey. In my 2 practice rounds, I birdied that hole every time. I was so mad at myself, and I was kind of done. I was over with the entire tournament at this point. Hole 14, 191 foot par 3, throwing my Origin. And my practice round, I parked the hole. I mean, literally parked it. I was like under the basket. Unfortunately here, I'm going to take a par, which is fine, but that should be an easy birdie hole. Take a par. My putting was decent today. I was happy with my putting. Hole 15 is going to be a 561 foot par 5, throwing the Enigma on a forehand. This one should have been a birdie, and I'm just going to kind of put myself in a bad position. Off of this shot right here, FD, trying to go up that right gap, and I just throw it right up the middle. Instead of going left or right, I just went right up the middle, right into these trees. Throwing a Glacier here. Glacier's a decent disc. I'm trying to figure out if I like it or the MD5. But it's a good disc. So that was my 3rd shot. This is my 4th shot. You can tell I'm just done. I just get my foot back and just throw it. I'm not even I don't even care where it's going at this point. But I'm gonna take an easy par here, but it should have been a birdie. I mean, the last 2 holes should have been birdie, or last 3 holes should have been birdie. Hole 16, 288 foot par 3. Throw my DD on a forehand. I don't do this often with the DD, but I was just like, I don't care anymore. And actually had a great shot. And now you're going to see this is circle's edge putt for birdie. Just couldn't put it in. That was me telling the disc, just go ahead and roll all the way down the hill. Just walking up, tossing in the scoober. Another par. Hole 17, 492 foot par 4. Throwing the DD on a forehand again. Because like I say, at this point, I don't care. We're just having fun. Painting happy little trees. That was actually a pretty decent shot. Throw my Instinct here on my 2nd shot. I gotta figure out what I'm doing out on my foot. I'm hitting the line. I feel like I'm losing distance by opening my foot before I plant it. This is the birdie putt here. I am probably 35 feet. Cashed it right in. Gonna finish with a birdie there. Hole 17. Hole 18, 459 foot par 4. Throwing the DD off the pad. Ripped it. I mean, I just ripped that. It felt so good. So I had a strong finish. I had a strong last 5 holes. After that double on hole 13, I finished pretty well. Can't be upset with it. Threw my Instinct right up here, and unfortunately I threw it a little bit too far. All I can do is just try to make some weird thing happen for birdie. But I'm going to take what should be an easy par, but you can see the wind is ripping. And I didn't care. I just walked up and threw it in the basket. But as you can see, I finished 1 over, which was great. Absolutely, great round. Can't be upset with it. I shot 4 down, 2 down, 1 over. So for my 2 practice rounds, I was 4 down, 2 down, and then the actual tournament round, I was 1 over. So trending down, but at the same time, they're not bad scores. But like I say, I didn't play bad other than round 2. Round 2, I went 7 over. Round 2 is what killed my tournament. If I could have went 1 or 2 over in round 2 instead, I would have been about 10th place, between 10th and 13th, somewhere in there. Instead, I finished pretty low. I finished 18th, but this tournament, you cannot make mistakes. It is such a tight tournament as far as scoring goes. It's just absolutely what's the word? Kind of bloodthirsty, in that you cannot hurt yourself out here by making a bogey, or else you're going to fall. Because these guys play these courses well, and they did. They came out and absolutely killed it. The winner of MA3 was 16 down. Second place was 10 down. There were 3 people tied for second place at 10 down, then 9 down. 6 down, 4 down, 2 down, 1 down. I mean, it's that close. Everything's that close in this tournament. But I had a good time. 3 great cards. I absolutely enjoyed it. It was a blast to play. I was just frustrated, really frustrated with round 2, and frustrated with a couple of holes round 1. I just had a few blow-ups. I had a few double bogeys each round that just absolutely, put me out of it. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. I play it every year, and I'll continue to play it every year until I can't. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you again next time.